Oh, blimey. It sort of worked. Well done. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to The Crack. It's Season 3, Episode 1 of the Plastic Crack podcast.
Season 3. Jesus.
I know.
Look at Steve's got a whole new angle going on as well.
He
looks like he's coming from the live stream world.
Yes. You think we do it? You know what the saying is in Community, don't you? 6 seasons in a movie. There you go.
Yeah. Oh Christ!
Come on, movie.
Mention that. What did you say? A movie?
Now chat's going to start talking about who should play each of us in a movie.
Oh no! I think it should be like Spinal Tap. We'll just do it.
Spinal Crack.
Spinal Crack. Oh, brilliant.
Oh dear.
So we're off and running again. Look at it. Oh my god. So usual reprobates here tonight as ever. Ken above me, Vince Wargames Warrior. Martin, Seventh Son over that side. And Steve from On Point HQ over there. So welcome.
Crack.
My esteemed colleagues.
Oh Jesus! It's while they're trying to gather their thoughts, let's say hello to a few people. There was some really early people in the chat early on today.
There was.
So we got Leslie, we got Gary, Simon, Steve, David, Lazy Pirate Painter, Crossing Obstacles, P. Neil. Lionheart, Enemy in Sight, Battle Matt, Ham and Jam, Andrew, Evil Jim Reaper, hiya Jim, Josh. We've got 5 minutes to myself. I love that name. What a great name! 5 minutes to myself.
What's that? I don't understand that.
Doesn't exist, does it? Jim. We got Nick. We've got Carl. Got Drew. Louis Baby. Shring 7, Gary, Shakers and Sprues, Red Steph, Alid. Have I got to the bottom? Dr. Daniel Justin. Is that new?
No, it's Dan from the Facebook group. He's been posting for ages.
Oh, I don't recognise the name. Okay, Sorry. Hi, Dan. Sorry, mate. Triarius, Benjamin. Brushworks, Rich, Stoic Steve, am I at the bottom now? Friends of General Haig, Bicker City, blah, blah, blah. Sparky, Alex, Storm and Steel, Phil, oh my God, I shouldn't have started this, Ricky Turner, Luke Miller, Rogue Trooper, Yorkshire Dragoon, Battle Knights, Carla, Lee, Lieutenant Jim, Mark Wright. Is that it? John Carter.
John.
Hey!
When you're reading the names, you really remind me of when they used to read the football scores. Wigan, 0. or in my case, Cambridge United, goals. I don't know what they got. Newcastle United, none.
So, Louis Baby, 0. Battle Knights, 3.
Why
I don't know, because he's doing more land sticks, isn't it, or whatever.
Did you see that Alex from Storm of Steel in the chat?
He is.
Last week I was very jealous of Alex's sausage.
You set me off then.
No. It's not filth. It's not filth. No, Alex is in Vienna, and on Twitter he posted a picture of his meal. Oh my God, yeah, it looked rather nice. I just thought I'd lower the tone 5 minutes.
Cheers, mate. Oh, that cheered me right. That was
sausage. Good. Fantastic. Good. Show us your picture. No, don't show us your picture of your sausage. No. So, thank you to everybody watching on the playback and watching the recording. Appreciate you as much as everybody who's live watching us on the Monday night. So we're going to be back to every Monday 8 p.m. As long as we have people who can be bothered to watch us. So fantastic. Thank you so much for everyone who does. So, chaps, Christmas period, was it all good? You have a good time? Good break? Good bit of time with the family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was. It was quite. Mine was content. I was very, very content and happy and drunk for a lot of it.
That's better.
That was good.
I got to see people. I mingled with people.
Was that a good thing, Steve?
Well, I didn't catch anything. So,
Oh,
well, Joe was quite interesting. I went to my brother's for Christmas. The family was there, and my sister-in-law always buys people when you're at the table, little personalised gifts at the table. Do you know what she got me? A packet of army painter Tofts.
Now that
that's somebody who knows you.
That's
is
yeah.
a sister.
That is
I was like,
good.
And she was like, I didn't know what they were, but I thought there was something that you'd be interested in. So
Very much so. I bet you
Oh,
were
yes.
after that.
Well done. Well done. That's a proper sister. I think, I've known my sister all my life, obviously, and I don't think she even knows what a wargaming figure is or what I should do with it, even though I've played with them for most of their life.
Well, last year, her and her brother bought me a German paint set for Christmas.
Wow. That there is what you call a family.
I know.
My brother-in-law bought me the really big Perry's Wars of the Roses carriage with all of the like accoutrements and the massive one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It just gives like, will this look good in your games? Like, yes, thank you, thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Cheers.
Fantastic. That is brilliant. I love it. I got a Swedish Limber team. That was as much as I got Napoleon gaming wise. But I can't really argue because I've got a room full of the stuff at the back here that
You have
really
them.
worry about. I'd say Ken popped round here the other week, and he came in. And we had a game, and he spent most of the time. I don't think he was concentrating on the game at all. He said it's like being in a shop. He kept wandering around, pulling things out, and saying,
Yeah, it's like,
"Oh, you
what
got
is this?"
these, and you got that." Although I have to say, you did spur me into that weekend. I got everything out on the table.
Oh, you did?
All the unpainted stuff and sorted it through, and I'm now got the
brilliant.
load on eBay ready to go. And so I
brilliant.
got myself organised a bit. So
Oh, that's good. No, I'm glad. I'm glad. I can still see them blue boxes of that 15 mil.
yeah, they haven't been sorted out yet. No.
That's a job and a half. That is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But you got there. You got there with the.
It's a start.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
It's a start.
Very good.
So I'm just going to say to everybody in the chat, make sure you hit the like button if you like what you're seeing, and remember to subscribe to us all if you haven't already. I'm sure you are already because I think everybody's regulars, but obviously the channels are down in the chat down below. Let's have a look at what we've been working on. Ken looks like he's poised. Show us what you've been working on.
Hey?
What you've been working on the last few weeks.
Oh, you just say that. Yeah, okay, give me a sec.
No, I thought you were looking like you were all ready to leap into
no.
actions. That's why I went for you. Martin was
no.
busy painting. Steve had a paintbrush up his.
I'm running an idea that if I don't look at you, you won't pick me.
Yeah, no. So I managed to actually do some stuff, and this is probably going to be the last stuff I do for a while, obviously, with my house move looming imminent any day now. So I managed to finish that 3rd Battalion of my French. So that's
Well
my
done.
last 28mm French done. In regards to my infantry, that is completed now. So yeah, I was quite happy actually because I've got the 3rd Battalion flag, which I really wanted to get in there. So yeah,
Very
so that
nice.
makes 16
Very
infantry
Good job.
battalions now. I did a cannon as well while I was at it.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Because why
Be rude
not?
not to.
And that was my last cannon, so that's done now as well. So that's 6 cannon. No, it's 6 or 8. I think you've got 6 or 8 cannons now. 3 of them are howitzers if I want them to be. So, so they're done. So very happy with that. And I managed to finish off some of my 6mm. It's probably about half of it now. That's most of the. That's all the guys with shields and the cavalry and the commanders at the front there.
I like the way you've grouped those warriors up. They look like a proper,
little war
barbarian
band.
war
Like
band.
a rabble, yeah.
Yeah, there's no uniform to them, if that makes. Well, there is and there isn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can see they're in lines, but they're not in uniform.
They're not in perfect lines, and they're all on strips as well. So,
well, really, that's really well.
Yeah,
done.
they're all strips. Yeah. They're not. They're like 4 per strip. So
Yeah.
I basically, when I was painting them, I sorted them out into rows of like which figures were the same, and I've made it so that that every base has different strips, so there's no doubles on them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. So yeah, no, I was really enjoyed doing that. A nice simple basing as well. It's just a bit of really fine. You're going to hate this train ballast. with some PVA glue, and then afterwards it's just some 2mm static dead grass with spring grass mixed in, mostly spring grass, and the dead grass to go over the top. And yeah, it works absolutely fine for 6mm. So I managed to actually get some stuff done, but like I say, that's going to be me now till the foreseeable future.
You're dead right, General Haig. Don't think any Napoleonic army is ever finished. Quite right.
It is when it hits my desk.
Fair point. And I think Rogue Trooper, you need to wash out your ears. He thought they said a Swedish limbo team. A limbo team. Limbo team. That's fantastic. I love those 6 bits. Have you decided what you're going to do rules wise for those?
I'm going to start off with Hail Caesar because it's books that I know, obviously. I'm going to do probably obviously Romans against them. I'm going to make a little Roman army up, probably the same amount of points wise, and go from there really, and then just check out different rule sets maybe for 6mm. I know there's those Palmas rules that I was interested in a little while ago. I've got those, so I'll probably look into maybe doing that as well. But to start with, it'd be Hail Caesar, and then work out from there.
Nice, good call. Right then, Martin, what have you been up to? I'm going to come to you, even though you're trying to ignore me.
I would never. Yeah, okay, I would do that. I haven't done a great deal. I took the opportunity. I was doing lots of. I did a lot of reading and a lot of watching of films and things like that. Catching up. Obviously, I did do some stuff, and I think most people know what Haley got me for Christmas. So I've been working on that. But for those who's watching or anyone who doesn't know, I got given a castle, and I've been. I'm currently
really been on the hunt for.
That's and I decided. How can I put this? So I can't be bothered to scratch build one because I don't have the time. That's that simple. I got loads of stuff together to start doing it, and I just thought, do you know what? What I'd rather do is get a generic looking one, and then modify it how I want it. So I'll split the difference. So this is from the Tabletop Workshop range. So they're the 4 finished pieces at the moment, but I've got quite a lot of extras. So that's the sort of stone effect that I'm doing at the moment. But I like this set because all of the sections come apart. So you can raise the height of walls and towers. You could reduce the height if you wanted to. You can take them out, slot sections in, put units inside. So that's sort of where it is at the minute, but I'm just doing quite a lot with effects paints. I'm doing a painting sort of diary video thing on it at the moment. For sort of
so if you think Martin's not obsessed enough with War of the Roses stuff, we were having a chat some weeks ago about castles. So Martin was going, I want a castle to put on the table and have in the backdrop. I said, oh, brilliant, good idea. And so I sent him links to various ones. No, that's not the right period. That's not the right period. That's the wrong part of the country. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I gave up in the end. It's like, it absolutely had to be, the stonework had to be perfect.
I'm not even going to deny it. Yeah, I had issues. All right, I was what would be the equivalent being? I was buttress counting. So this one I'm going to use that, but just that sort of gives you an idea of the stonework and the effects and stuff that I'm working on in a minute. So, but what I did do a lot of was a lot of reading and some tabletop role-playing games, which we've talked about. So I thought, because I got given this as well. Now I'm assuming that Ken and Dom have never heard of this. I don't know about Stee. This game, Blades in the Dark, which I think would appeal to anyone who likes being horrible. Would probably enjoy this game. Basically, I think it's like Ocean's 11 if the 11 were all scumbags or more scumbags than they already are. Basically, you play a gang of thieves in it and you do scores, but it's a very action-orientated game, and the players aren't allowed to kind of do any prepping or planning to like how they're going to rob or assassinate someone. You get into the game, and then they have the ability to call in flashbacks. So you can do a flashback and go, I hid a bomb in that flower pot, and then you roll to see if you successfully manage to dodge the guards and then you go back. But it's quite a neat little. It was just something a bit different. But I know I messaged this one to Steve, which arrived. But I mean, there's this game which I thought the name by its own was just.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
So this is a Zweihander is a continuation of basically the old Warhammer Fantasy roleplay, the second edition of that. Grim and perilous adventure, and it's basically a horror. It's effectively Warhammer Fantasy, the old one, where by the fifth adventure, if you've still got like all your limbs and you haven't been corrupted or have mutations, then you're doing pretty well. But it's a very cool game. It's a 700-page rulebook, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So it's a proper tome. But that was it really. Wow. In terms of gaming. I had a proper break from everything. I did some bits and bobs here and there, but a lot of it I did some more writing on the Wars of the Roses stuff, on the Wars of the Roses campaign rule thing. So I was doing some of that and just doing some research. I decided, no, do you know what? I'm gonna just sit back and then I'll get back into it now. So there you go. That was mine.
Yeah, I think he is on some sort of watch
I think
list.
he will be after this one.
If
yeah,
he isn't,
Probably will be.
He isn't. He will be soon. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds fantastic. Carry on.
They are good. I was about to say about watch lists. You can't tell me that I'd be higher up than Steve. He's going to be looking up Waffen SS uniforms and the best way to do all this. Our search histories would be terrible.
I think I'm probably on a bigger list because Amazon may want to know why I buy so much super glue.
They're doing an intervention.
Please use PVA. No, it's super glue.
Super glue everything. Oh my god! So what have you been super gluing then, Steve? Come on, what have you been up to?
Right, here we go. I've actually got some stuff. I've actually been painting. I've got my painting interest back.
Your mojo's back.
Well, I finished the year painting landscapes. So, first of all, I built. This is the command base, sort of from the box. The metal figures, they're not the best, so I've done an okay job on them. But that's my first command base.
Very nice,
sweet.
I like the guy's big red cod piece at the front. It definitely reminds me of that dude from Cameo.
You love the green theme you have running through all of them.
Yes, I know. I think it was Drew. It might have been Drew who mentioned it. All the flags and the headdresses are green, regardless of who they are. You get a green headdress. But see the standard bearer at the back.
Yeah,
it's actually kit bashed from a lancenet body and arms from one of the Perry boxes. I quite enjoyed that. But then I kit bashed this. It's not a very good photograph, but that's Georg von Fronsberg, the father of the Landsknechts. Again, built from stuff from Perry's and Warlord Games. They go together really quite well. I didn't think they would, but I tried to make them as colourful as I could. But
You're very good at that, Steve, making things colourful. I'm not going to lie.
I never thought I'd hear anyone say that, but because I never thought I'd find myself painting bright colours. But I still hate painting horses. They were an absolute bugger to paint, and I hate them. So I then put this together. Now, this is what I've painted so far, minus Georg von Fronsberg. So that's my.
Oh, look at that!
It's not very much.
Superb, Steve.
That's lovely basing. Right. I love. You see the bright, like fluorescent greens?
Yes,
I love that. That's absolutely awesome. What is that?
They do look awesome, mate.
That's just static grass. It's just
what one?
I don't know.
Whatever static grass there is, like it just contrasts with the other greens so well, doesn't it?
Because it's not so. Some type of static grass, you find it can be like really, really fluorescent and in your face. But I think that's kind of a nice balance against the brown as well. But that's a year's worth. So I know I stopped painting for 6 months, but that's where I'm up to so far. So what the plan is to paint another pike block, another 2 wings of Zweihanders and crossbowmen.
Yeah.
And that hopefully that will give me a very, very small battalion or brigade to play with. but that's my Landsknecks. Then over Christmas, I got my my painting back, my painting interest in bolt action. I've not uploaded the infantry anyway. So I spent a week working on an M10 because I've bought 3 of them because I've gone. Me and Don were talking ages ago about there's some really mad lists in the US D-Day book for bolt action. A lot of really out there lists, and one of them was a mechanized tank platoon, a tank destroyer platoon. So I went for that. So this is my first M10 that I spent a week on. it just sort of got out of hand.
I love the way you talked about. I'm going to put a little bit of stowage, or I found some little bits of stowage. And next thing it literally looks like my wife packing the car to go on holiday. It's all stacked on the front. It's like
it's because when I was looking at all the reference photographs, loads of M10s. It was like they were virtually living out of them. So there was all kinds of stuff. So I thought, yeah, all kinds. But what I'm most proud of or happy with was that I kit bashed the crew, because this kit came with those awful small Italeri ones. So I sacrificed 3 for just the 2, but they were they're bolt action ones. Just kit bashed.
Looks better, mate.
I mean, it gives it more life, a bit more animation about it.
Yeah.
But
blend with your infantry. It'll blend with the infantry as well.
It will. I mean, I just couldn't have those. You get the German citizens. Cheers, Nick. That would be kind of awesome, actually. So that's 1 down. I've got 2 to go. And as I mentioned, I'm doing a video blog on my channel about it. As I mentioned, Dom, my first Rubicon vehicle will be up soon.
I can't believe you survived. Well done, mate.
I've not painted it yet. I've not even started it. I couldn't kit bash the crew because they're just the driving compartment's so small. I'm gonna have to hide the Duke because they don't scale well against bolt action infantry. They're really quite small. But that's what I'm up to. So the way I'm painting it is for every 1 vehicle, all I have to do is paint 4 infantry. It's about 1,000 points. 4 vehicles, 16 infantry. Job's a good one.
Nice.
So it's really good painting bolt action again. I've got sort of my interest back.
When was that? Some Germans, though, Steve?
Oh, it's over a year now.
Over a year, is it?
I didn't paint a single bolt action German in 2021 at all. Not a single one. And it's been about 4 months since I painted anything bolt action. It's Ken drinking Bailey.
I
It bloody well is, you know.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it bloody well is.
Pushing the
last of my litre bottle from Christmas.
Is everyone else just drinking the leftovers? Because I'm just down to the Carlsberg that I bought. Get like that are people that are current. So I've either got that or there's some cans of pink gin.
You have my Mark. You have my commiseration, mate.
Oh my goodness! I think Johnny B almost gets my first celebration of the year with this comment. You should use gold sand and make them really pop. Funny enough, I know where you can get to the gold sand.
Very bright gold, isn't it, Dom? Like
very bright gold, mate. Yeah, so very bright.
I was going to ask you that. So I know that it said gold, but did the picture on the website did it not?
No,
seem a bit.
It doesn't. I had the same problem about a year ago with the ruined rubble. You imagine city rubble. You imagine it to look like bits of breeze block. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it at all. They sent me 4 bags and it looked nothing like the picture. And in the end, they told me, I've got the email for it. They, depending on the batch they change the color of the actual image of the picture that's on the website. So depending on what one you get, I think I don't like their range for that.
I've stopped using that entirely. That range. I stopped using it after the issues with the snow. Well, no,
infamous snow issue.
The snow doesn't do. I messaged him and I was like, "This doesn't look anything like it does. This is what I've done." And I got a message back saying all my message back because I said this is the process I've done. This is what you've done in your videos. And I got a message back saying, "Well, it doesn't do that when I do it." That was the response. I was like, right. Okay. Hence the hunt began for the perfect snow product.
The perfect snow.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I went on.
planes.
For those who don't know, on the Facebook page, I put up a picture of what was golden sand I bought from Geek Gaming, and I actually only bought it because I had some other stuff I was buying, and I thought, oh, that looks good. It will be really useful for some of the desert stuff I'm planning to do. I can't disagree. It was gold sand. Unfortunately, it was proper shiny gold sand.
I can't think of a time when I'd go, oh, do you know what? Damn it, I really need that gold sand.
That was exactly my thought. I thought, when are you going to need a big bag of gold sand?
I only could think of one, which was someone put in the comments, I think, of your thing, which is if you were doing Smaug.
Yes.
And you want that, and you wanted to either sprinkle that on him. I don't know. Maybe you just want to like make your guys.
Have you washed it?
Fabulous. I don't know. You could like. I don't like.
No.
Have you washed it with water? Yeah. Have you washed it with water, Tom?
I hadn't even taken it out of the packet.
Because what he said to me when I got that City Rubble, he said if you wash it, it changes colour.
Oh, really? Washes the gold off, maybe.
Yeah, it washes some of it off. So it might be worth you taking a bit out, washing it.
I'll try it.
A bit of water, and then see what it does afterwards.
Dom, do you not paint your?
I'm not even taking the piss. That's what he said. Martin, I can see Martin. He's like, "What the fuck?" Be good if it come in the instructions, wouldn't it?
I wasn't the only person. Red Steph did it as well. Sorry, what are you saying, Steve?
If I put stuff in a base, I paint it. I don't leave it the color it is.
No, what I was planning to do, I bought some. So before Christmas, I had a game of Lion Rampant, and we didn't have much desert terrain because we were doing Crusader Wars. And I thought, you know what, that's a really good idea. Right. So I can build. So I bought some MDF sort of basey things that look like like little hills or what have you. And I was just going to super glue, not super glue, but glue some sand on it. And I could have gone down the builder's yard and got stuff, but I was just lazy because I was ordering some stuff anyway. And I thought I'll get a bag of that and put it in with the summer stuff I've already got. And that was why. But no, so it's and Benjamin would like to say on behalf of all Danes, he'd like to apologise to Martin for the Carlsberg beer. You should.
I'm pretty sure it's not the same brew. The stuff that's brewed. I've been to the Carlsberg brewery, and it definitely tasted better there.
I don't mind Carlsberg.
That's why.
I don't even mind Carlin, and I know Steve hates it.
Yeah, but
I'll have a pint of cold, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a specialist interest, Drew. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really pleased to see you doing that Tank Destroyer platoon. I looked at it and I thought, oh, that looks really fun.
I mean, I don't know how it would perform in game because trying to hold objective with one squad of infantry.
Maybe good for Tank Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody mentioned. Well, was I chatting with someone about that? But he did mention, it's a viable list for Tank Wars. But for me, it was it's a dead small project that I can really start. Getting back into Boltax. I did consider. I said in the video, I was going to. This is what I was going to buy: the Winter German starter box and the Grenadier starter box, and just kit bash an entire Battle of the Bulge German army.
Yes,
but.
And I thought, and I remembered, I've spent the past 4 years painting Germans, so I didn't do it.
Can't say the past. You're a year out now, so yeah.
Yes. Do you know what? Yeah. I wonder if I've forgotten how to paint Germans.
Ooh. You've done the Fallschirmjäger army.
Yeah, that's how it starts. I bought the Fallschirmjäger starter box, and then things just got out of hand.
You've done tropical ones though.
No, in fact, the Deutsche Afrika Corps, I'm holding back on that because I've got plans to do an Indiana Jones themed Deutsche Afrika Corps.
Yes,
with the old tank.
Yes, and the big bloody guy that gets chopped up with the propeller.
Yes. But that's my plan for the Deutsche Afrika Corps. But everything else, I've painted. I've even got a separate German. I've even got my Stalingrad Germans, which are completely separate to my main. So I've painted a few over the past 4 years.
Yeah. Crossing obstacles, absolutely right. It's not everything. It's not all about the performance in the game. It's also about the fun of painting and gaming is a bonus.
We haven't mentioned though the game that we had, is it? Did we, Dom? We never recorded, did we?
No such game, mate. No such game.
There's no such
Doesn't
game
exist.
at all.
No such game.
No, not at all, was it?
Is that the one you told me about?
Yeah.
Dom.
We played a sharp practice game, and Ken got very, very lucky.
I think more than very, very lucky.
Yeah, he did actually very, very lucky.
It was a very good game for me. I very much enjoyed it in your own. And the best part was it was the first time I played him in his own new little room.
In my own new room. I'm gonna have to burn it now.
I'll tell you what though,
he
Dom,
soiled it by beating me.
Yeah, I know it wasn't nice. Was
Not
it?
just beating me, absolutely hammering me.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice. It felt so nice to be able to actually do it for once.
I love sharp practice. It's one of my favourite rule systems. But when the cards run against you, you are completely screwed, and that's what happened.
And you can even blame me for shuffling because it was him shuffling them.
We were both shuffling. I was getting even the bloody cat could have shuffled them. It wouldn't have made any difference. Jesus. That was so funny.
It was a good game though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too, to be honest, mate. It was fun. Not the result. I enjoyed it.
So that's it. I'm not going to play another game for this year, and I can say I won every game this year.
Oh, dear. Yeah, he did. He got lucky in the fiddle yard with his dice.
Yeah.
Don't start that again. I rewatched that. I rewatched that final episode, and I think I was actually laughing for a solid 6 minutes. And then when after the stream, I went and told Hayley. So she started laughing, and then I actually sat and watched it. When I rewatched it, I was at work. I was just sitting there giggling to myself.
That really tickled you, didn't it? Literally.
I think it was just off the back of the fact that we'd painted those awesome models that Jason and Carla had sent, and then we just had like things, and then it was Fiddly Ken.
Fiddly Ken.
Jesus. Oh dear. Right.
What have you been doing, Dom?
What you want to generate? I'm going to show you what I got up to.
There he goes.
I would say you want to sit back. It's going to be a little bit.
Well, I got the babies.
So I did some French. Well, I did. Yeah, so that's the 11th Light Infantry, I think.
It's light infantry, Dom. You are correct with the blue trousers.
The blue trousers, exactly.
Sir, yes. I have a question. Why?
Oh, yeah. Because I was sorting through the boxes of stash everywhere, and I found that I had 2 boxes of late war French in greatcoats and a few sprues left over from my Cleveberg and Naples armies.
Okay.
And I thought I'd just paint them up because they're in greatcoats. They're easy, aren't they? And they
Dom,
are. So...
Dom, do you know what else you could have done?
What's that, mate? No, I'm not going to turn at them. No. Behave. Behave, Steve. You're not having that. Hang on. Is
it the first? Oh, it's a yellow card.
Come on. That's unwarranted.
It's certainly warranted, mate. You're not soiling my Napoleonics, even my French ones.
You're getting up to even numbers now, to be fair, because I've seen both your cabinets full. You've got just a few more British, haven't you? So you're getting there for numbers of.
I honestly think we'll get onto this later, but the things I'm going to drop out, stop doing. I mean, someone said earlier, there's no such thing as a complete Napoleonic project, right? But I'm definitely slowing down on the Napoleonics because I've got more than enough, as you've seen.
You've got a lot of Napoleonics.
I have. Considering I had nothing sort of 5 years ago, 28 mil. Well, it's not a bad collection.
That's where I was at this time last year. So this year it was only, I think I added 3 battalions maybe and some horses, and that was it.
That's what I need to do cavalry, actually. I need to do some heavy cavalry. I haven't got much heavy cavalry, so that's what I probably will be heading into, but we'll talk about that again later. I also, I was quite pleased to get this Brits unit done because, well, I said that I've got more than I need. I had this unit all primed, and it was sitting in a box, and it got crushed, and a whole load of the heads got broken, and the some of the bayonets got snapped off. So I thought, right, I'm just going to get them done. So I got them done. That's the Cornwall regiment I've done it as.
It's got those little bastards.
They're great. I love Cornwall.
The 33rd, is it?
33rd, not the 32nd, as I said initially. The 33rd they are.
Jesus, I actually remembered.
Yeah. And then I did an army.
Yeah, of course you did.
There you go. So, I didn't want to disappoint everybody, so I thought I'd do an army. So here's a quick... So I wouldn't want to disappoint anybody by thinking I was going to slack on the painting front. So this is basically a new army done. Minus one squad. I just couldn't quite get the extra squad done, which was a little disappointing, but hey, got to have something to aim for next month. So first up here is the first squad. It is a 10-man squad. You have an LMG and loader. You also have a a rifle grenade man. That everybody else has rifles. So there's one squad there, 2 squads there, 3 squads there. So there's a 4th to come. Not quite had a chance to finish that one yet. In addition, we have a medium machine gun, 3-man crew. We have a sniper and his spotter. We have a light mortar, 2-man. Excuse the shakes. HQ group of 3. Medium mortar plus spotter. Anti-tank rifle and his loader, and forward observation team with an extra guy who could be a spotter or he could join this squad. And also I had this little tank, so Vickers light tank, which actually is available also in the Greek bolt action army. Can't remember where it came from. I think it was... No, can't remember where it came from. But I was looking at some point to do a British desert army. So they've now become Greek. So that's a nice little resin model, all painted up. And on a base, because bases on vehicles are best. So there you go. Not a bad start to the year. An army pretty much done. There you go.
Dom?
Yes, mate. So I wouldn't want to disappoint. How do I get rid of it?
You got a picture.
That's a picture.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. Wrong one. Carry on.
It's only the 10th of January and you painted a bloody bolt action army.
Yeah, but it's only a small one, Steve.
Still an army. Although, extra points for basing the tank. Oh, yes.
Yeah. It was noted on your basing was well done too, mate. Yeah, so that's the Greek. That's obviously the Greek one I got just before Christmas, and I just thought I'll do it. I painted up. I found actually when I was sorting everything on the figures, I got a couple other ones to do, so I might just knock out a few bolt action armies this year. Because
were they the which company made them, Dom?
They're the Great Escape.
Yeah,
games ones.
Yeah.
So they're all metal. They're sweet little figures, actually. They're quite nice. I quite enjoyed doing them.
Like I said, those Great Escape. I'm still tempted by the Danes. I really am.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned last year that James from JVC Painting, he did a video on his Danes. He did a battle report with them as well. And there's just something uniquely nice about them. It's an all metal range, so.
Not your thing, really, but yeah.
But I'd still give it a go. I really would.
I think I love the fact they're doing different ones. I believe they're doing a Norwegian army next.
Ooh,
which could be interesting as well. So yeah, really cool. I love what they're doing. I love the different. I love the different sort of smaller nations. So it always makes it fun.
Yeah, that's and some of the deals. I know they've got Greeks. They got. Romanians, Danes, I think they've got Russians and Germans on there as well. But they have got some sort of minor nations on there, and really, really, really good miniatures as well. Yeah. So something I'll definitely be looking at.
Ken, have you had a chance to have a look at that rule set you picked up from Great Escape when we went to Warfare? The big old book.
It's that right there. Rules of engagement. No,
yeah, have you?
No, I haven't had a chance yet. No.
I'd be quite interested to see how that plays because I like their rule sets.
They look quite nice actually because they've got tables in which I like. You know,
you love a table.
Love a good table.
I do love a good table. To be honest, £3. You know, lovely chunky rules.
Pretty pictures as well, by the look of it.
Yeah, but I like how everything individually has got its own stat lines and stuff all in. It's all in here, which is definitely, and it's got like campaigns. It's also got some history in it as well, so which is really nice. So yeah, no, definitely, it's all different stuff. So you got like a German Fallschirmjäger platoon there, right? So I don't know if you can see it very well. I don't know if it's coming out very well, but you've got like the structure, how it is, and what you need to do. You've got like that's a different. It looks like it does a lot of rank structures as well. So you got a Leutnant, an Unteroffizier, a Jäger, which is really quite smart actually. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm definitely interested in it, 100%. It wasn't just £3. It was, I am actually interested in playing it. So
you have to bring it next time you come down. You have to bring it with, and we'll give it a go.
Yeah, definitely up. But yes, every time.
Absolutely.
But yes.
Oh, thanks for that. I haven't heard of that book, Benjamin. Thank you. I'll look out for it. I've just been reading some of the Osprey books on the Greek War with the Italians. Haven't gotten to the German bit yet. Really interesting.
You've got a load of books, Dom, up there.
I've got so many books, mate. You haven't seen half of them, to be honest. So Louis Baby's asking, regarding bolt action, how many figures would I need to do for a Soviet army?
More than the others.
Yeah, more.
Well, it depends what version of the Soviet army you're going to play, isn't it? I mean, if you play the traditional Hordes one, you're probably going to need quite a lot of infantry.
Quite a lot.
That's the only way you can play the Soviets, though, isn't it?
4 or 5. Well, you can go a late war one with some big old tanks and some elite stuff.
Another thing to remember is if you go on the Warlord route, it's a really old kit in the arms and the weapons are separate.
They are bitch. Yeah, they are bitch.
So I want to do Soviets because I want to do a Stalingrad Soviet list to go up against my Stalingrad Germans, but I'm just waiting, hoping, and sending out psychic messages to John Stallard to do some new plastic Soviets, please.
Yeah, I'm sure they're in the pipeline as millions of other things.
When they'll get round to doing them at some point. Gary says, evening all, first time watching live, just binge watch season 1 and 2 while in isolation.
God.
Oh
no. Thank you and welcome.
Well, I'm amazed you came. That's all I can say.
Can I say, Gary has just got into Turnip 28 as well.
Oh God.
Goodness me.
Another one.
The Turnip Club, sir. The Turnip Club.
Turnip Club.
Right. Okay. Well, let's move on to something else. And theme for today, I thought would be, as I said, talking about some of the projects that you had planned for this year, that you know about anyway, and then maybe one that you're thinking about dropping that maybe either you've already started or you were hankering after, but you decided to ditch. So. Ken, what about you? Because I know you're going to have you're moving, so that's going to curtail an awful lot of your projects. And I don't want to hear about trains, but anything else? No.
What are we going to do? We're going to go around and do one each and then come back, keep going?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Go one each and come back around.
So first project for me will be no surprise to anybody. It's going to be the epic Napoleonics. And more importantly for me, it's going to be the French to start with. And then I'll possibly do the British at some point, but it's going to be the French epic Napoleonics for me. I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing them. I was hoping to really smash them out when they come out, but that is looking very, very unlikely now, since I'm moving in next week or so. I don't know when I'm going to have the time. I haven't released a video for nearly a month now, which is crazy. So I have no idea. I think I might be taking a break for a little while I sort my house out for a few months.
Actually, just to say, because you just hit 3,000, didn't you?
Yeah, he hit 3,000, then he put his feet up, didn't he?
Congratulations.
I think I've literally just hit it. Look. Yes, I've just hit 3,000. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
Well done.
Yes.
Now you can unsubscribe because he's not going to do any more videos for another 6 months. So
I wouldn't say that long. I'd probably say, in an honest world, I'd probably say maybe 2 months, because obviously I've got to move in, and I have house things that I need to do. Otherwise, I'll get killed.
Hey,
Yes.
moving house, especially to your first proper house, is a big step, mate. You need to focus on that.
Yeah, I spent I spent what was it, 600-800 quid at the weekend for a new bathroom stuff, and I was like, I was thinking in my head, all the minis I could have bought.
All the minis.
All the minis.
Plastic you could have bought with that. Jeez.
I was thinking I could literally have bought anything. I could have bought a whole range of like metal. I was thinking of the ones that Martin does for ECW that get stabby bloody miniatures. Like a whole army's worth, and like a whole army's worth of avampost. I was just like, and instead I bought a shower and a bath.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's my first. As everyone knows.
Are you putting yourself forward, Miller?
No, I'll still be doing the Mondays.
Oh,
I'll still be doing the Mondays. Don't you worry.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
So yeah, that's me. That's my first one.
Fantastic. I just have to go. There was a point here. Oh yeah, Benjamin just read it. Said, Martin, did you see that story about the University of Exeter testing 2,000 medieval war horse skeletons and found they were no larger than modern ponies? So you got to repaint all your War of the Roses cavalry.
So that'll be 12 of them then. Yeah, no, it's true. No, they were smaller. Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
they were.
Evolution's a great thing, isn't it? Evolution makes things,
I know what evolution. Yeah, no. I thought you were going to follow up with some kind of. Like,
no.
I thought it was some other like.
Evolution is a great thing. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's like the little Norman horse, like the little Norman ponies that they had used at like. I'm waiting to see what they're going to give us in the Victrix set, because that was something that I was thinking about in there. So a lot of people want to use that for Hastings, but the Norman cavalry, they were all quite small horses, weren't they? At Hastings,
much smaller than you imagine they would.
But then it's cool painting someone on a massive horse.
It certainly is. Bickett City says, life comes first, Ken, except for epic French painting tutorials. They come first, then life. Okay? So get
it's
your
all right.
right.
I am, to be fair, I'm going to try and do the, not a painting tutorial, but the basing like guide or something, because I'm nearly done 2 of the French stands to be able to, or I might even just do a guide of how I do my basing, because that means you've got the infantry and then the basing. But yes.
Love it, Jim. Eats Miller's burger. Miller takes his spot. Circle of life. Fantastic. Well done, mate.
Karma.
That burger was good, though.
So what about you, Martin? What's one of your projects then, mate?
Is it ones that we've already started, or
it could be ones you've started, but I'm thinking about new projects you got in mind for this year. Or you have a hankering.
I will be doing Italian Wars, but I'll be going 15mm for mine. So,
oh, you dirty boy!
So that'll be my project.
Have you got any train for it?
Yeah, I've got some train for it. Let's see.
Very nice.
So I've started getting stuff together. So it'll be later in the year. I've painted up a base of land. I don't know what it was. I want to do them, but and then I was like, well, I'd like to do something, I suppose, at not a small scale, not 6mm samurai ever again. Coincidentally, if anyone wants a 6mm samurai army, that's going on. That's definitely going on eBay. I had some of Haley's family around who are well into gaming, and he come round and I showed him to him, and he just said, "Why?" And I said, I just went, "Do you know what? I can't actually remember." Whereas like Ken's look really cool. I think personally, it was the models for me have done me on this one, so that's never happening again. 6mm might happen again at some point, but it won't be.
Maybe Romans won't be.
So no, obviously, so yeah, it's Italian Wars. That'll be happening later in the year at some point. I want to build up a stock of stuff because I've got some other things which I suppose I'll talk about when that comes back round. Yeah, but I
why 15mm, Martin? Why are you doing 15mm?
Yeah, I thought 28 was the god.
I know.
Why not
I
the
never
God
said
scale,
that.
yeah.
I never said that. The reason is, although this comes, is that the miniatures, I think, from Blue Moon look wickedly dynamic. They look amazing. They look as dynamic as some 28mm miniatures.
They're
and that's
18,
my
though, they're not 15.
They're not. Oh yeah. Whereas I don't. If they're going to be really static, I didn't really want to paint them, and I think that is some of my issues with smaller scales. And part of the reason I like painting 28mm is like with the Cavallero and the Perry stuff is you can make dynamic looking bases, you can make cool looking dioramas, which I like to do on my bases.
Yeah,
very hard to that's hard to do in strips or in 6mm and things like that. Because you just can't. So when I saw those figures, I wasn't really thinking about it, and I was just browsing, and I just looked at them. And I was like, wow, these could be 28s. These look fantastic, absolutely fantastic. They've got a large range. I've painted up 15 on one base at the moment, and there's not one the same. They're all advancing, but they're all varied poses while advancing, if that makes sense. And I just, I thought it'd be cool. And also, I've just finished loads of pipe blocks at 28. So
you couldn't face anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's not a, what shall I say? I wouldn't say it's a priority project. It's definitely a project I'm going to do next year, but it's not one I'm going to be, say, putting everything aside to work on. I'll be doing it as
You're going to dips and drabs, dip into it from time to
time. If I could get a couple of bases a month painted up, then cool. That I think that's the way. I think some of them can be quite hard to get hold of because they come over from the States, so you got like stock issues. So I think I'll probably like maybe Christmas, my birthday, might be a case if pretty please can I have these tiny little metal men. So yes, that's my first one. Would be Italian ones.
We just pause for a moment's thought for poor old Paul here for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just knocked over his agrats. It's everywhere. Oh,
it's not no. It's not no. It's not part of that club.
Our thoughts are with you, Paul. Our thoughts are with you.
Sad times.
What about you, Steve? What are you got planned? Anything?
First up, it's going to be bolt action. This is going to be the year when I return to bolt action properly. More armies, adding to armies, and if things get back to normal, people wise, more bolt action battle reports on the channel.
Nice,
because I've not played bolt action in a good while, and my mate's got a hankering for it at the moment, and everyone's with what the situation. But I'm just thinking positively that things are going to be okay.
Yep.
Come around, play some bolt action. But in the short term, I want to get this mechanized platoon done, and then after that, I was looking through that USD Day book, and I saw all the Fallschirmjäger selectors in there.
Fallschirmjäger they do it for me, dude. I love Fallschirmjäger.
They've got some really good theatre selectors. There's the Lions of Carentan, which looks like a really good list. But I'm in two minds as to whether completely remove the Fallschirmjäger from my bolt action German army and do them separately, or just completely do a standalone by itself Fallschirmjäger army. But no, my number one priority this year is bolt action. Quite a few people have contacted me and said, with a big pointy stick, when are you doing some more bolt action?
When are you doing this?
When are you doing some more bolt action, you lazy git?
Could you turn it bolt action, Steve?
Speaking of that, I saw somebody on Instagram, and they'd put German World War II arms on 100-Year War Perry bodies.
Right.
Because why not?
Why not? Why not indeed?
Hashtag weird shit again.
But yeah, that's for my number one this year is going to be lots of bolt action. Not only content for the channel, but painting, kit bashing, the whole caboodle.
Good for you. Yeah, good to see you returning to your roots.
Food festivals all.
For me, Martin's kind of stolen it because I'm going Italian Wars as well. I've talked about it before. I've got all the figures now, and they are almost entirely metal. 28 mil though. I'm going 28 mil. And having started doing the research into it and started to collect the figures and get it all together, it's just scared the bejesus out of me. So I'm not quite sure when I'm going to start the damn thing. I look at the sort of stuff that's people are showing off on the channels and the Steve's work, and I think, oh my god, what really possessed me to do this? But I just loved it, a bit like you, Steve. I'm loving the idea of doing something really colourful and different.
Exactly. You're doing Swiss, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to do. Well, I've probably got enough to do Swiss and Landsknecks, and quite a few others as well. Because I love the actual Italian states. So I have a very old medieval, late medieval, early Renaissance Italian states army that I used to use for Warhammer Ancient Battles. So that could be refreshed a bit and worked up. And then I think if I start to add in a few extra battalions of whatever they're called, of pikemen and some Landsknecks and some Swiss, then I could probably field 2 or 3 armies quite easily. That's the plan.
Any Spanish?
I don't know that I'm going to go that late. I think I'm going to... That was my first problem with it. I was looking at it thinking, well, it's actually a huge period. When you start listening, I listened to a lot of audio books. I read a lot of books as well about it, and it's like, hell, there's a hell of a lot of stuff. A lot of different... I mean, it was all linked together as one big sort of war, but actually it was multiple campaigns, which went on for a long time. So I think I'm going to go early to mid. I'm not sure I'm going to go the whole way into the Spanish. I don't think.
Right. That was when...
But then I'm still struggling with what rules to use. So that's the other thing. So because that impacts me as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But there are some... I mean, there's some fabulous inspiration out there. I saw Miller put up some figures as well on his channel just the other day, which...
Oh, yeah, I need to watch
awesome
that
as well. Yeah. So I'm feeling intimidated by it. So, and then Martin will do better ones at 15 mil than I managed at 28, and that'll put me off completely. So that's my first one. What about your second one, Ken?
I've just started it, funny enough, tonight.
Ooh.
It's a very, very small project because it's going to be very, very detailed, because I'm not going to be playing with them. They're just going to be for aesthetics, because I wanted to paint them because I like the audiobooks. So don't shoot me.
No,
I want to do Alpha Legion, and if people don't know what that is, Google Alpha Legion. They're like in the lore, they're technically on what you would call chaos, so the bad side.
They're the sneaky fuckers.
Yeah, they're really, really sneaky. But the whole thing is, you don't know if they're being bad because they're being bad, or they're being bad for loyalty's sake, because they need to be bad to win the war, even though they're a loyal legion. And I always like to go that aspect of it. I like to think that they are the good guys being infiltrators in the bad, being bad. So Alpha Legion are like... the really, really sneaky ones. Unfortunately, I was thinking about doing the French Space Marines, but I can't do the Ultramarines. They're just too boring in my eyes. They are too boring.
And if you want a good book about the Alpha Legion, it's I think is it just called Legion by Dan Abbott?
I've listened to it 5 times. Literally five times.
One of the best books in the Heresy series. It's just so good.
This is why this box is now here. So yeah, I'm not actually going to play with them. I'm going to experiment with techniques. I'm going to airbrush quite a bit on these, and really take my time with them. So yeah, that's project number 2. You might be smiling, Dom, but your ass can't hide your
I was hiding it so well, I thought. Anyway, never mind. Shring's got definitely a point here. If you hadn't got the bathroom, you would have been able to buy half your army, Ken. Absolutely right.
Look, they've been able to buy 2 boxes. These are not
Oh,
cheap. These are
geez.
not.
No, I'm sure they're not. Anything GW isn't, is it?
No.
Feel free to put in the chat what you're looking to work on this
Mm.
year, folks, because we'd love to see some of the ideas. I know some people put them on Facebook, and there were some really interesting projects being worked on. I'm thinking, oh, Jesus, that's going to get me hooked on something new. But what about you, Martin? What's your second one?
My second one is the continuation and expansion of my Crusade project, my first Crusade. I'm hoping that sort of by the end of February, I'll have the sort of first core small armies done, and I'm going to start adding in some of the sort of extra things like maybe some Byzantines and just like allied units, and just to really start to expand. Plus, because I've gone back, I've started rereading. I've never read them to start with. Reading some of the like the Chronicles in the original text, and because they love basically really bigging up like nobles that they were, like in the hope that they would get some kind of patronage. There's loads of really cool like little characters. I like adding them into my Wars of the Roses. I want to do a similar thing with the Crusades, and find like these like quite big characters just to pop into units for both sides as well. So that'll be carrying on, but a big part of that will be scenery, and I may have backed and that Kickstarter as well. So I'll now be able to print 2 other castles of an earlier period to create. Although I'd just like to point out, you gave me a hard time over that, and you've just said you didn't want to put Spanish in because they were a little bit too early. So
no, it's a whole different army, mate. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's a whole different way of building a castle.
French. Oh, shut up.
No, right. But no, so I've got that. So my big plan is by the summer, I certainly want to have done a siege game with my Crusades. That's my plan for those. Nice. So yeah, I want to keep that going. The problem is if he keeps on making, if the Cavallero guy just keeps on making, I'm just going to keep on dropping a lot of money on it, because I tell you now, those 15 archers would have cost more than that box of Space Marines. So and
really?
And I don't. Yeah,
£40 box.
That was. How many are there? We'll do maths now.
How much they?
They're £2.50 each.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be as much.
No, £30.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then I added the mounting guard.
About 35, isn't it? 35. No.
It was about 36. All right, I guess that's about 36. It's about 36. All right. Okay, I'll concede the point. But yeah, so but I'll keep if he keeps.
But you're not just going to get 12, are you? You're going to get 24, so that beats him. So you go.
Yes.
That's true. No, that's true. But no, it's no. So that's my plan, and I just want to just carry on just doing it in the same vein.
Nice. Steve, what's up for you? Number 2.
Second, more turnip.
Even more turnip. There's a surprise.
Well, I've only got the 1 regiment so far, and I really want to convince someone to play a game with me.
You need more toadies.
I had an idea. I meant to text you on Christmas Day. I was like, could this constitute a character or a piece of terrain? My Christmas dinner, where I had all like the sprouts and the gravy and everything.
Oh, brilliant!
No, it's been quite a while since I finished that first regiment. Like I said before we came on, I was shocked. I did a video about it, just showing what I'd done. And I was shocked at how popular it was and how enthusiastic people were about it. I just thought people were going to go, "What have you been sniffing?"
Yeah, like meth.
Yeah. But no, it is popular, and I'm constantly seeing more and more people do it on Instagram. And I just love building them. I love the aesthetic. I just love putting together. Just everything about it is just so much fun to do.
There's some official miniatures coming out, aren't there?
Yes, I saw. I know that Max Fitzgerald put some CAD renders on Instagram. So it's going to be a while before they're actually available at a very early stage. But yeah, they look really good. Really like long point, crooked helmets.
Is that going to spoil it though, Steve? I mean, isn't part of the fun of it is the fact you can make your own figures up and create these things?
Personally, I wouldn't buy sort of official turnip figures.
Do you know what you should do? In my opinion, I was thinking at the time, is he should just release packs of bits.
Yeah,
that would be far better, wouldn't it?
That's very popular amongst 3D printers at the moment. They're doing either helmets or just upper torsos.
Yeah.
To add to Napoleonic figures or medieval figures.
But if you could get a bag like that of this is cat litter, by the way, before anyone says anything. If you could buy a bag like that, just filled. Someone said, I don't know.
That's what the kids call it, isn't it?
Like £7.50 if they're resin pieces. I don't know, whatever. And it's just filled with printed stuff, arms, heads, basing bits. That'd be quite cool.
That would be good. The thing is, I struggle with is the helmets because I like the big pointy, over the top conical look. I've tried to green stuff them, but they didn't really come out the way I wanted them to. So I've just been using 100 Years War and Wars of the Roses ones. Well, they look quite good. But the regiment.
But they're not what you want, are they? They're not what you want.
No, I want big long.
You talking about the doctor's masks and like the
the one I bought before Christmas that I put on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm
sure you could get those 3D printed somehow.
You can do. People do them. I think it was Warren put me on to them. I'll have to go back and check in the Facebook group, but there's definitely a company. But my second regiment I'm starting sort of tomorrow is going to be more medieval based, whereas the first one I did was sort of Napoleonic based. These are going to be based more around medieval looking.
They can fight each other perfectly fine, can't they?
Oh yeah. I think it's more about the. I mean, you can equip your fodder with either black powder weapons or missile weapons.
Can you really think that something involving turnips is going to be bean countery enough that, oh no, you can't fight this one against that one? I mean, really?
There will be a person. There will be a person somewhere.
There will be a person.
What I like about it in the rule book, it says that most games take about an hour as peasants kick each other to death in the mud. That's the best part of the entire rule book.
Sounds like Norfolk.
You said it.
You certainly. Yeah, number two for me then, Turnip 28.
Can I just say before we move on, I really recommend if you can, Steve, getting hold of the Frostgrave Cultist set. That one I used. Yeah, because they've got some. It's not just the heads. There's all sorts of horrible, brutal looking weapons on there. Like the big old cudgel I gave to Guy that you can mix in. There's some really nice bits on there.
Yeah, I'll definitely have. I just like the whole look, the whole aesthetic of them guys. They looked supremely evil.
I don't know. I'm fascinated by it. I genuinely am fascinated. But I did see those figures. They were talking about making some official figures, and my first thought was, yeah, but that's the fun of it. I mean, not that I'm going to do it, but I think the whole idea of just creating your own figures is just sounds
your own weirdness. I think it's
your own weird little world. But anyway, there you go. So for me, my number 2 project, I mentioned it before, but I really want to get into O group. World War II stuff. And I've got a whole load of 12mm Victrix Second World War figures. So I've got American troops and I've got some German troops. And I really want to get into that. However, it's been a little derailed because Jonathan, who I game with a lot down at Farnborough, got me to try Battle Group, which I haven't played for a long, long time. And we played a few 20mm Battle Group games. And it was great fun. And now I'm thinking, maybe
not. It plays very easily, doesn't it?
You know me, mate. You know that literally it's like, ooh, shiny.
How are you finding those rules? Because I know that I'm going to have a game with Robin in hopefully in the not too distant future. And I haven't played a World War II game other than Bolt Action or Flames of War. That's it. Operation Squad. But
it's a good system, I think. It works quite well. It can be quite frustrating, which I think is perfect. But it's sort of a bit like a Lardy game, but with a bit more historical. I'm not saying Lardys don't, but I'm saying it's unlike something like a Bolt Action game, which is definitely not that historically accurate. Battle Group definitely has a bit more historical flavour to it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I can't base it. I think I played about 3 or 4 games. That's it total, and 2 of those were 3 or 4 years ago. So, but the two we played, I've really enjoyed. And I dusted down. Somebody was joking about discovering things I didn't know I had. I did discover a whole load of German 20mm vehicles I didn't know I had. Boxes of them, literally, which I think were from rapid fire days when I used to play a lot of rapid fire. We sort of moved into pure tank rapid fire.
You just cannot comprehend. I'm telling you now, I've been to Dom that thing, and you just cannot comprehend the amount of miniatures Dom has behind him.
Yeah, it's true.
You honestly cannot comprehend the stuff that's there, and you're like, this is a freaking gold mine. you're thinking, I wish there was such a supermarket sweep thing where you could just go in and get 20 seconds and grab whatever you can and run out. And you have got a lot of stuff, but you've got a lot of stuff that's painted. That's
pretty much, yeah. I think the majority of it is painted, although there is a lot of unpainted as well. But yeah. It's the majority is, mate. It may be that's what I was looking at the 20 mils. The vehicles are actually fantastic, but the infantry are absolutely terrible. So if I do that, I might just swipe a little bit into some 20 mil infantry, and then we'll carry on with the O group stuff, because I do want to play that. It looks really, really good fun. So that's my second one. So before we move on to our third, let's go back and have a look through the chat of what other people are coming up with. Oh my God, it's going too far. So Matt says he started some Waffen SS. Alex is doing Algae Pulls It Off, which isn't a euphemism. That is a World War I think, Lardy system. Completing more O group combat patrols. I want to know more about the O group. I really want to play them. Got Johnny B's doing Space Crusade.
Really?
Yay!
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds like weird shit. Good. Phil's doing Bolt Action 8th Army, and then Africa Corps to go up against it. Granddad's Art Space is still working on last year's NAPS, ECW and Fantasy. Trias is doing his Romans, and then he's moving into more Romans.
Romans and more Romans.
I love a man that's focused on Romans. Lionheart's saying he's trying not to start anything new. Yeah, right. But finishing half projects that need to be completed, like Zulu Wars, Crusader Wars, and Wars of the Roses. Yorkshire's doing Franco-Prussian stuff, AWI Rebel units of Epic Napoleonics. Bickertown's working on Towton for Adepticon next year, building and painting a Yorkist army for that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brave. Andrew's doing Baron Wars, Death and Taxes. That's one I really need to get on with. I'll get to that in a bit. Trias, I thought you were doing Romans, mate. You can't do Crusader States and Seljuks as well. Jeez, that's ridiculous. Yorkshire's... Yorkshire's 28mm Italian War of Independence, Garibaldi versus Papal States. Now it's his fault that largely I'm heading into the Italian Wars, medieval stuff, because some of the stuff he's done is amazing. Shaco's looks like he's got a load on his plate. Metal Armageddon, Steel Legion 40k, Blood and Plunder, ECW, Romans, and more Prussians, of course. Oh my God, there's some projects and a half here. Crossing Obstacles, Crusaders, Stargrave, Terrain, World War I, German, Bolt Actions, and even more Terrain. Jason says, my project this year is to get Carla to play historical games this year. Okay. Nick Games is doing some Spanish regiments for the FYWs. Some of his Swedish stuff is phenomenal. If you get to see his videos, definitely check them out. Brushworks is so sorry, Martin. He's doing 28mm Rorke's Drift. Yes. Lazy Pirates got 19 painted Kings of War armies already. So it would be nice to add another 7 this year to the collection. I love a man that's got a target. Great stuff. Andrew's doing a bit of Stargrave and Bayonets. Shring says Baron Wars and some Templars. So he's looking at Templars and Alexander Nevsky Russians as opponents. Don't know that one. but sounds interesting. Gary's doing Zulus and ECW. Lots of Zulus, Martin.
I know.
There
Lots
is.
of Zulus.
There is lots
Zulus.
of Zulus.
There's Zulus
Thousands
coming
of
in.
them.
Thousands of them. I was waiting
Thousands.
for that. I was waiting for that. I
Thousands.
put it up there and nobody went. Oh, Jesus. Gary's doing War of the Roses 6mm, Turnip 28, thanks, Steve, and more Napoleonics and 15mm Fallschirmjäger. Louis doing Prussian Landwehr, apparently. Oh, no, he's doing World War II Bolt Actions, Norman's Gauls, finishing his Austrian project, lots of ACW for eBay, and might do some Warlord 30mm ACW for himself. Oh, my God. Completed Chef is doing the Iku Iki Warband for Test of Honor this year. Miller is looking forward to the War Games Atlantic Conquistadors. They do look good, actually. Look really, really good. What else we got down here? I think we just about got to the bottom. Carl is working on Blood and Plunder. His wife is isolating and he's self-isolating, so I've snuck a £200 order in. Delivers on Wednesday. She'll never know what she might do if she's watching this. Sorry. And I think that's probably it. Oh, hang on. Fred is doing French Indian Wars. Just primed a box of Rogers Rangers. Sweet. I do like that period. I must do more of it, although not with Ken playing Sharp Practice, because that's what we were playing when he trounced me the other night.
I was French as well, which made it
He was.
sweeter.
That's what made it worse. Don is he's doing 2 rapid fire scenario, World War II scenarios, and a commando brigade in Normandy. Nice. And Colin is doing Battle Group Pacific, 1 to 285th. Entirely possible, just the tank and streamlined for other theatres. Is that the scale you're doing it at? 1 to 280. That's small, isn't it?
Yeah, that is
my
small.
God. Blimey. I think that is it. No, Duncan is.
That's the ships, isn't it? Battle Group Pacific. Do you
Must
remember
be.
the one? Yeah,
That's
the one to
it. You're right.
1 to 300. Yeah.
I was thinking about land war stuff, and I was thinking, Jesus,
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
small.
the ships, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Duncan FX has just finished off some Lion Rampart, and then he's heading into Napoleon Naps for Rebels and Patriots. Good for you. Steve is looking at French Napoleonics, British Napoleonics, 10mm ECWs, shaven on square bases. Is that important? I don't know. Imperial Fists and to do
Skaven.
What did I say? Sorry.
Shaven.
A shaven.
The little rat people, Dom.
Oh, I don't know. They're weird shit. I know. Friends of General Haig. Yeah. Friends of General Haig is saying he's doing the same as last year. Poles and Swedes for his 30 Years' War. Slowly. I think we're just about. Oh my God! Ben is 3D printing the Württemberg Napoleonics. Yeah, don't get me started on those. Jesus, mate, they look superb. And Don says if he hasn't got enough, his third project will be Edward the Fourth War the Roses Army in 28mm. Good for you, mate.
Cool.
Good for
choice.
you. So plenty of really exciting projects there. Lots of. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the pictures in the Facebook page. Remember to join if you haven't already. Again, link in the description for today. Because I can't remember how many we got now, but the community is building.
Coming up to 500, I think.
Is it 500?
So on 450. 450 around that.
Dom?
Yes, mate.
Did you thank people for watching on the catch-up?
I did, mate, very early on. But it's nice of you to remind me, and I'll still say it again. Thank you to everybody watching on the replay. Because that's the kind of way I fly. So let's, rather than doing the third one, let's do one you're going to drop. What are you going to drop this year, Ken?
Ooh, interesting.
You haven't already dropped.
Well, technically, it's hard because I don't think I'm dropping anything because I'm not. It kind of works in both ways. So the plan is the third thing I was going to do is kind of a way to keep everything alive is to just slowly build everything that I've got. to slowly put it all together. So technically, I'm not finishing it. I'm painting the other ones, but I'm building the rest up. So am I technically dropping anything?
Not really. But it depends what you're going to do when they're built. You're going to flog them, which is dropping.
No,
because he flogged them all in 2021.
That's true. Yeah, you did.
I haven't got anything that I'm selling. Oh, that's really thrown me, Dom. Technically, I'm not doing a third painting. Technically, Lord of the Rings. Then I guess for
you're dropping it,
but I don't think I'm gonna. No, I don't think I can drop it. I think I might do a bit less, but I'm not dropping it. I'm not dropping the trains. Hell no. Choo choo. I've been painting the trains. But
you don't have to drop anything. It was just intrigued. I didn't know whether
it's hard because I kind of streamlined everything ready for this year.
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything that. Oh, that's a real bastard. Because I've come back to me, Dom. I have a thing.
Come back. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Martin? Anything you're planning that you'd originally planned to do, but you think you're not going to bother, or something you'd started, you're just going to stop with?
I was going to do my Republican Romans, my Carthaginians, but there's so much more that I want to do instead of it. They'll probably just sit there all year again. To be honest, there's so many things
until
I want to do.
You get drunk and buy some more.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, I don't know what it is. I just it's not that I don't want to paint them. It's just, but there's other stuff I want to paint more. Yeah. Basically, and like I say, I think a big thing with my painting that I feel is sort of developed over the last probably year, really, is I like being not challenged, but I want to be engaged with it. And I was looking at them and going, they all look the same. And I was thinking, this might kill me. So what I probably need to do, if I do want to do them, is I'll probably do what I did with the Carthaginians and just paint them all in a month. I'll just do something like that. And really force myself to do it. I mean, it's a bit of a fallacy. They don't all look the same. It's just that they'd only look that way if I painted them all, but posing and sort of the way, you know what I mean, with a legion and stuff. There's only so many ways you can base them to look like what they're supposed to look like. But so I guess really that's a project that will take the back seat. The one which I have jacked in completely was, which I said I was going to do, but definitely happened today, is the Prussian Napoleonics. That's never going to happen.
No, that one.
No interest. No, don't want to do it. Sold them. No interest in doing them whatsoever. I painted one unit, and I but I just thought, I've got two armies. I've got two large armies for my Napoleonics, and the Napoleonics will just now be I'll add to when I feel like kind of thing. So I got rid of them. I sold off the land there I painted. And I'll sell off all the other unpainted bits that I got, and that'll be that. I'll probably just carry on.
Good job.
Yeah, no, it
meantime, he's gone cold turkey and gone.
No, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy to do that. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's the.
It took you all year to get rid of them though last year, didn't it?
Yeah, it did to actually do that. Because I kept on thinking, I'm going to do it now. No, I sold them. I got rid of them.
I think sometimes that's what's good about a bit of a break, though, isn't it? When you have a chance to actually look at it and go, you know what? I really don't think I'm going to get around to this, or even want to get around to it.
But I was thinking, I said, I'm probably going to. It's sort of a crap way of looking at it, because ultimately I paint a lot of things because I enjoy painting. Like Ken, you're going to do those Marines because you just want to paint them and you want to set. You want like a diorama piece.
I want to do.
You know. But I was looking at these. I was like, I'm going to have to paint up quite a lot, and how much use am I going to get out of them against how much time it's going to take me to paint them? And then it's for something that I've already got too massive. That was very, very tempting. That was very, very, very tempting. But so no, I just got rid of them. So I think it was probably an idea, as I had the space, keep them around and see if I truly want to get rid of them. I was thinking about it. I never started them again. So I got shot. So those went, and the Romans. I don't know. I don't know. It was there, and there's just other stuff has come along. So, Prussians. There you go. They went.
Prussians have gone. I just want to make Jason feel better. This isn't about the plastic quitting podcast. No, we're just having a little purge of our the odd little thing. Don't worry, we've got plenty of other projects to tempt everybody with.
We're being
with
the commissars of the month at the moment. We're just purging. Yeah, so it's fine. I do remember something now that I'm not going to get around to doing this year. There's two things actually. Do you want two or just the one?
Yeah, go with it. Whatever.
Yeah, two. So two are my ships. Do you remember the little ships, Dom, that I bought from the club?
Those ones you bought that you went, these are, and I said you'll get rid of these, and you said, no,
I'm not getting rid of them.
I won't get rid of them.
I'm not getting rid of them. They're going to take a back burner for the year because I haven't got time to strip. Well, I've started stripping them, but I haven't got time to strip them and then paint them. I've got too many other things to do.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy to wait for those for a year.
So that's not really a drop. It's just going to the back of the queue.
Yeah, it's going very to the back of the queue. It's going, and the same with the Team Yankee stuff. That's going to the back of the queue. I was gonna do that this year, but again, I don't think I'm gonna get a chance.
What, the stuff you won?
Yeah, that stuff. I knew
the stuff you won that you didn't paint for that one of the other people that come to Crackcorn could have won and painted and played with.
Shut the fuck up, man. I paid my money.
I remember. Guys, do you think we should take prizes? Ken, you've won this. Hell yeah! And then Ken wins the first one, and then all of us are we're taking part.
Yeah, we're going to take it. Brilliant.
What was it you won that you didn't want to give up?
Me, I just won a 30 quid voucher that bought this massive Star Wars Legion thing behind me.
That was it.
Oh dear.
But yeah, no, that's the
one.
Yeah, because I don't think I've got anything else underneath anywhere else. And if I have got anything else, it's definitely on the back burner. So I'll probably find a load of stuff when I move. That will be the interesting thing because obviously it's all in the loft. oh yeah, and Leslie, just for you, mate, the Stalingrad border is going on the back burner as well for another year. There you go.
He hasn't mentioned that for ages. Now you got him.
No, I got to pull it out.
Brilliant. What about you, Steve? Anything you're dropping?
Yeah, that massive French Napoleonic army I was planning.
I'm so disappointed about that, mate. I was looking forward to, especially the special drummers you were going to put in.
Oh God, yeah. Oh,
individual like pipe work and stuff like that.
Yeah, spot on. Okay. Drummers are plenty. No, it's with a really, really heavy.
He's going to paint the band of the Imperial Guard. That's what he's going to do.
I would rather. I'd rather live stream my own disembowelment than paint French Napoleonics.
He's only got 6 more to do for that battalion, and he's still not done it. I've known the man.
You know what? We'll get to season 33, and Ken will still be saying, "Steve, you've only got 6 to paint."
I've already told him, send them to me. I'll paint them.
They're already painted.
You've turned it, haven't you?
I've turned them.
You bastard! You've done it.
They've been reborn as Turnip 28 skirmishers.
Brilliant.
No, I can't really think of anything that I've started. That, I mean, one thing that I am really, really struggling with, and it's that bolt action British in Burma project.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you were going to do that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I love the kit bashing. I love the history. I love everything about it. Painting them is. Like Martin said, you want to be challenged. You want a bit of a challenge when you're painting.
Yeah.
They're 3 colours. They're green, khaki, and flesh.
Yeah.
And it's sapping the absolute energy.
They're good if you want to get an army on the table quick, but you've already got loads of armies. So.
Yeah, I've already got loads. So they've been put away in a box and forgot. I may resurrect them later in the year. At least I've never painted American infantry before, so they're a bit of a challenge. But the only thing I'm really dropping is that Burma army. I started with good intentions, and I painted the first section really, really quickly. And then when I came to do the second one, I was like, "This is really boring." I mean, not just boring, but really, really boring. I had no fun in painting it, which is you don't want to be painting things where it feels like a chore to get it finished.
No, it's supposed to be fun, right? This is a hobby. It's supposed to be a laugh and enjoyable. If it's not fun, then don't do it.
So I've stopped.
The fun stops.
When the fun stops, stop.
Talk to Frank.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a step back to the early 2000s and late 90s.
Shako's very concerned. He says he's disappointed PCB don't have a project using minis from their friends, the Perrys. I know.
Oh, the Wars of the Roses will still be going. It's just it's not new.
No,
That's
you got to stop it
never
for a
gonna
year
end.
buying this punishment.
I ain't stopping that. I'm just building a sodding castle for the things. I ain't stopping.
My
I've
turn.
got loads. You carry on.
My turn at 28 is going to be all Perrys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we still love the Perrys.
And also
Perrys.
he can get stuff because I know what his game is because he keeps on posting all these sodding things for Blood and Plunder.
Yes.
And then he sent me them, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But you sent me those 2 bloody miniatures that are down here, which I keep on looking at. And I'm like, oh, so I think they're going on the painting bench next. So I know that there's going to be things starting like I'm going to be working on Star Wars Legion. I'll probably end up doing Blood and Plunder. I'll probably still be doing Dead Man's Hand because there's probably going to be more sets of that coming out this year, which I obviously am duty bound for some reason to buy. I will probably still be adding to the English Civil War because I want some Dragoons. Lord of the Rings stuff I'll still be adding to. So there's all the little things to do as well, isn't there? That we all do. Like we're going to get into March and then someone's going to Burrows and Badgers.
Oh yeah, I've got some of those to do because I've got there's Wars of the Roses right there. I've got them right next to me, ready to build. But Burrows and Badgers, Don was very kind because it was my birthday on Saturday to send me some lovely Burrows and Badgers and my beautiful other half because she is wonderful. Got me some as well, and there was no duplicates. I was astounded. They're all individuals. I was like, wow. I gotta admit, I really like the snake sorcerer. Really cool.
Oh yeah, superb.
Around the stuff, that's really cool.
I genuinely do have something for you, but I didn't know when you were moving and didn't want to send it, and then it ended up not at your house because I got confused because you went dark for 3 weeks. I didn't know what was going on, so I thought
it disappear off radar, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm still disappearing off radar now. It's all stress. But yeah, no, I'll let you know when I've moved. Well, technically, you can send it to me here because I'm here for another 2 months technically. So I've got the other house, but so yeah, send it here, mine.
I will. If anyone that hasn't gone, go over to Battle Knight's channel and have a look at their Christmas Day battle report. Which I managed to actually watch on Christmas Day.
Did you?
Do you know I did too?
I was cooking. I was standing there, and I had a bottle of wine pretty much to myself, and I was watching it. And I was just pissing myself basically watching this.
Very
funny.
It didn't end well for Steve and Ken, but
no. Yeah, we were all right.
Do you know what? I still haven't watched it. I'm gonna have to watch it because
I'm gonna have to watch that as well.
Yeah, my whole family were isolating, so I was up the in-laws family at the time, and the internet signal was not great up there. So no, I'm gonna. I forgot. I really wanted to watch that. I might watch that after the stream actually.
Yeah, I might do that. My prediction was that Ken would sell us all out.
Of course, I would.
I don't think nobody actually thought of that as a strategy because obviously that would have happened. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go along to Jason's channel and have a watch of the battle report he did using our personalised figures.
And the
MFA. We're modelling for advantage were there. I know Kaiser's just said they took the bridge. Yeah, I know. Johnny B made absolutely sure that bridge was safe. Unfortunately, it had no relevance in the game at all, but it was a good job. Well done. And also Carla and Jason were in the game. It was very funny. Right. The project I'm going to drop is a Napoleonic one, actually. Is get rid of that one. Thank you. Is a Barden Army. I was planning to do a Barden Brigade to go alongside my Clevebergs. So the division I was going to do, 28mm Napoleonic, was going to be the one from 1812, which basically had a combined Barden and Cleveberg element. And I built the Clevebergs, as you know, but
you can't play the Cleveberg now, Dom, because you haven't done the Barden. So.
Do you know? I think I'm going to put up with that because I've got the Neapolitans, I've got Württembergers, and I've got the bloody French. I thought I'm not going to need another variant. So
I don't know. You were a bit undermanned in the case over there. I reckon you might sneak that in towards the end of the year.
I think I won't because I'm going to sell it.
Wow!
Yeah, I'm actually going to sell it. That's a very rare thing for me to do. Some 28mm Barden metal figures.
I thought you meant your Cleveberg.
I think Cleveberg as well.
No. They're staying. I'm keeping them. No, actually, I think I've got enough to fight a decent battle. So we're all good. So no, that they're going by the board because I just think I'm just never going to get around to doing them.
Where can people get hold of these, Dom? Are they going on eBay or are they?
They probably will. They probably will when I can bother to, when I get around to photographing them and stick them up. But yeah, they're rather nice. They're what are they called? That Murawski miniatures.
Yeah.
I saw them a year ago. Anyway, that's what I'm going for. So that they will disappear. So same, really.
You'll probably end up buying them
possibly.
Next year.
No, they are. I think I am definitely going to get rid of them. So that's my plan. So before we move on to the last one, should we let's break it up a bit and do a bit of news, maybe? Because then we can show off Ken's new. Because apparently this won't deafen everybody. So shall we see?
But
I just can't go over that, but all things crack.
It's very compared to the last one. It's very sedate and calm.
It is. I thought you know me. I one end of the spectrum to the other. So
well, the last one was like a size 12. Doc Martin to the temple.
Full on kick in the head, wasn't it? Jesus. Anybody got any news? Anybody saw anything?
I've got not a lot, but I have a couple of bits in news. I will start with one thing. Now, this is another possible project, and it's something that I'm actually quite excited about. And I messaged Steve about this. This kind of just I don't know if this kind of got mentioned before, or someone said, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if this happened?" But obviously, Warlord Games have the 2000 AD license. They make Judge Dredd, they make Strontium Dog, and I was watching their 12 Days of Christmas thing, and they are. And I see I've clipped out all of the Napoleonic and all of the World War II shit, so I can zoom in on a bit. Now I don't know how many people know about this, but they are releasing their next game in the 2000 AD line this year, which will be Slain. Now I don't know how many people know about Slain, but it's effectively their version of. It's probably not going to do it justice, but it's a Conan the Barbarian type.
I was going to say, look at the muscularity.
That's Slain in the top left, but it's all based off of English, Irish folklore. It was originally in 2000 AD. Pat Mills wrote it. It's one of those comics, and I actually went and got some of the artwork. Slain McRoth. That it's just. It draws on all the folklore. It interacts with historical characters. There's even a part where he gets like sent through time, and he fights with like Simon de Montfort, and he fights with it. So is it just books, or is there like TV show or stuff? No, it's just books. But the lovely thing about these books was it was the first of the really nice. Well, not the first, but it kind of brought in this whole series of really nice oil painted canvas type big page spreads. It wasn't really done digitally, and the artwork was amazing. Yeah, I know but we're not. And then there's different. He fights. He does one point where he's interacting with King Arthur and Mordred, and he's trying to recover the treasures of Britain. But they're going to be releasing it. It's going to be, I think, similar to the system that they used in their Judge Dredd game. They're going to be releasing these start boxes. I am really excited about this because I loved these stories when I was growing up. I absolutely loved them. When I bought 2000 AD, of course, lots of people buy it for Dread and everything like that. But this was the next thing that I loved in those. And when he gets really angry, he warps into an even bigger barbarian and beats the crap out of the Romans. But so that's just about the right scale. You see, if you go by Warlord, that's actually the Slain.
That's
28mm, and that's his Romans.
You're right. Yeah.
So I don't know. But it's I'm very interested. So I don't know if that's something that people knew was coming. I just happened to clock onto it while it was on their 12 Days of Christmas, but they are fantastic stories. I mean, it's been running now for 30 years. The stories are brilliant. They are really good adventures, really good yarns, and they're still developing. So the fact that they're going to be doing a game with warbands around it, I'm actually very, very excited about. We're gonna have some disagreements, but
Oh, sorry.
what we'll so that's one thing. We could go into the whole thing that apparently actually no, do you know what, we're not.
No, don't start that, please.
We're not. We'll go into this whole thing that's happening.
My fishing nearly worked. My fishing nearly worked.
And there was there one other thing? Yes, there was. Now, we've mentioned rapid fire. And Don contacted me in the group, say that he'd heard us, that we'd sort of talked about it quite a few times. But in fact, there's quick play rules that are out there now, and there's new ones that are coming out in a couple of weeks' time, which are going to be 20 quid. So they're going to be coming out in a couple of weeks' time. So for all those people I remember people in the chat asking where they could get rapid fire or where they could sort of have a look at it. Well, there's going to be a new book coming, so it's something to keep your eyes open. It'd be 20 quid, playable on a 6x4 in not a great deal amount of time. You said you played that, and I know Paul Richardson, he'll be if he's still in the chat. I know he had a game the other day. He posted up some pictures, so that might be something out there to entice people. Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm still trying to find that bloody Operation Squad book. I can't find it anywhere.
It's quite hard. It is quite. I think that I think it's out of print. I don't know if it's.
If you want a PDF, go to War Games Vault.
Yes, I do it there.
No. I will go and get the PDF, but I want the actual book. Definitely.
No, I couldn't find it anywhere. That's why I ended up just downloading the PDF.
I'm intrigued by that rapid fire, though. That looks really interesting.
But
they say I used to play a lot of it back in the day. I really enjoyed it. Interesting. Anything else? Is that your lot?
No, that's me. No, that's me.
Who chaps got anything?
No, mate. I don't have a chance to look.
I didn't upload any pictures, but those greens that Michael from Oathsworn put on Twitter with the new yes, them ones.
yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't upload them all. It's a boxing bunny, a pugilist bunny.
Pugilist bunny.
Pugilist hare, I think it is, isn't it? But yeah, there's about 3 of them, isn't there? 3 or 4 new characters he's working on. I mean, that just looks awesome, doesn't it? Oh, geez, I can feel I can do some more of those. Yeah, really, really, really sweet. I didn't get all the pictures of those, but there's some really nice ones coming down the line. I do like the fact he constantly is developing new ones all the time, isn't he? It's really good. What else? I saw. I know this was interesting. A few people. War Games Atlantic. I think it's on pre-order now. The Conquistadors and Aztecs 2-box set, which looks really good. In fact, I think the Conquistadors would be really good. You could use them in all sorts of different periods as well, or different. Don't have to stick to the Spanish in the New World.
You could turn them up. To be fair,
you could turn up any of those, couldn't you?
I definitely could.
Quite well, I think. Especially the Aztecs, I think they'd go pretty well turn it.
Yeah.
Really especially some of the weapon options they're going to have. There's some unique weapons, aren't they? So it'd be quite cool for turn it, maybe.
When anyone releases a new plastic kit now, that's the first thing I think of is, how will this turnip up? Or what could I do to make it a bit more turnip?
Yes, I think enough of that. The other one I saw that I was really interested in personally was these. This is North Star again. They've got these flint and feather miniatures. This is a new set of rules that they've just. In fact, if you want to get the rules, I think they're about half price at the moment. But it's set in the early days of European settlers in North America. So you've got Spanish and the English and puritanical characters and what have you, plus, of course, the natives. And it looks kind of interesting. The figures look really sweet. I don't think the figures are up for sale yet, but the rules are. only thing that put me off slightly, there seems to be a magic element, but I'm hoping you can drop that out. But I think they look really good, really nice figures, really interesting. I know Martin will be excited by this one.
Look at that! Just
the next bloody miniatures.
And that's one of the I can't really call it, but effectively he's one of the religious nut jobs for either side, isn't he? That you could just, but look, that's going to be like a single piece sculpt. It's just, look at it. They're just awesome. I'm sorry. They still, we'll get round. I was actually going back very soon. It will have to be the return of the Great Plastic Crack Survey. And I think we might have to have our mini manufacture of 2021, and they'll win it for me. I'm telling you, their sculpt, they're stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, is the thing closed for the
Yes, I think it closed at the end of the month. I think end of last month.
It had to be in the 2021 calendar year, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wonder when that.
I like Yorkshire.
No, they haven't done it yet. They don't do it till March.
What?
They do it with the Oscars.
Yeah.
What did
they do it on?
Oh right, okay.
They do it on the same night as the Oscars. He's talking about the Little Wars, Caesar Awards. You get all the nominations in. It's not done on votes. It's all nominations come in. Then they look at all the nominations, and then the people that they've got on their panel decide who the.
So it's down to their taste.
It's a wide, but there's one that is voted on. There's one that's voted on, and then and then they've got a whole. It's not just them. There's like, I think Duncan Rhodes is in it. Rick Priestley.
Okay.
There's a whole like group of people that then decide.
Got you. Makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what else we got here? I know it's not for everybody, but Elite's got some new generals out.
I'd order
some more Russian generals. The Russian their website's dead on the ground.
I'll keep saying it. They need to.
It's pretty rubbish.
Come to the 21st century. It's 2022. Otherwise, you won't get my money.
Get off your horse. And look at those. This is the February Cavalier
get
3D prints. This is Yusuf Blackguard.
Yeah.
You need some Arabs to go, or some Muslims to go up against your Crusaders, mate. So you
I've already, I've got loads. I'm painting them up. I don't need more. Yes, is that actually meant to be Ben Yusuf in the middle, or is it? Oh no, he said that was just some. Or is he just? Or is
it's
that just
a religious chappie? I think just a sort of. I can't think what the word is, but yes, he'll actually. To be honest, having played Lion Rampant, he'd be really good as they have religious groups in the Arab army, and that'd be fantastic.
It would be rather awesome, to be fair. Especially really if you get people kneeling, like praying and stuff. That would be very cool to stand and base. Yes.
So that's their next February selection of teasing our money out of us. Really, really sweet. So, really good. So some interesting stuff. I don't think we got everything because there was quite a lot of stuff coming over Christmas. I know Warlords put up some pictures of Dutch Belgian 28mm stuff.
Those models, right?
Mm-hmm.
I meant to say at the time, there was something. Is it the photo, or are they like really skinny, or they looked like they were squished and long? Was it me? I just thought they looked really like compared to like they just. I don't know. I couldn't tell if it's because they're in a firing line.
I've not seen them, mate. So
I've not seen them.
I'll have to find a photo. There's just something about them. I couldn't work out like if it was just the photo or.
I did notice the horses on the Carabiniers were with those horrible British Dragoon ones that are really fiddly and horrible, really weedy ones. But anyway, I don't know, mate. I didn't notice it particularly, but maybe it was the picture. Any roared up, we're coming towards the end, so let's quickly do one more project that we're looking to work on this year, and then we'll get on to some of the pictures that people put up on the Facebook page just before we run out of time. So, Ken,
just a quick thought. Yeah, no, sorry. Come to me last, if that's all right.
All right, Martin, you're up then.
Go to Steve.
I thought of mine if you want. I'll go for it.
Go to Ken.
Yeah. Yeah, so for me it's something modern, also ultra modern. Which if I can, maybe a little war in Afghanistan, maybe. I know you guys.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, something a bit different, completely different. I was thinking about the Falklands War as well. So, maybe war in Afghanistan, maybe Falklands War. I'm not too sure yet. So, yeah, one of those. Something very
That's
ultra.
a bit different.
Yeah, that's something it is a bit different.
I said before, something a bit wrong about that for me, but basically it's my generation that we're fighting there, so it kind of puts me off a bit. I don't know why. Shouldn't do, but it does. You thought of anything, Martin?
No, go to Steve.
Cheers, mate.
All right, I'll do the.
No, I have got one quick one. I'm Warlords of Erewhon.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
because you were hankering after doing that last year. You're gonna.
But the problem is,
you're gonna do the samurais.
Well, I go onto Rick Priestley's website and I look at all the army lists on there, and it changes. Even today I was pointing up a halfling army.
Oh, did he update the points? Did he?
All the PDFs are on there, so there's some changes from the main rule book. But I've never played Walls of Erewhon, but it's a nice fantasy. It's like, because it's so miniature agnostic, just choose whatever range you want, and it's just, and there's a lot you can do a lot with it as well. So no, it's something I've been meaning to get back into, because I have got a painted army, but I just don't like it very much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will be doing a Warlords of Erewhon army at some point this year.
Yeah, you did go on about that last year, definitely.
Yeah, it's never got around to it. I just keep changing. I was going to do Romans, then Samurai, then Spartans, then Halflings, then Orcs. Yeah.
I watch the games that Travis puts on from time to time.
Yeah,
I think it looks really fun, and I agree. I've got the rule set. I would like to have a game of it at some point. As I mentioned before, not many people down the club really seem to like doing fantasy stuff, so maybe I'll do a solo of it. I don't know. Well, have you thought of anything, Martin?
Yeah. It's the one I was going to use is Rangers of Shadow Deep, which is one I really want to do. So half role playing and half sort of war game. So that's something I really want to get into, and probably put some battle reports up, because I thought it'd be a good one. I thought as well, for just because you're painting up, and I know Warren, when he does it, 1 week you're painting an ogre, the next week you need 6 ghosts, the next week you need some villagers. It keeps you, because of what you have to require to do it. And I've got a lot of our role-playing game stuff anyway. Just be filling in those gaps. It's going to force me to go and get some giant spiders, something like that. So I think that was the stuff I'll do. I think because I don't know. I had last year. I didn't play many tabletop role-playing games at all. I think it's because in the first year of lockdown, we hit it quite hard doing it online, and it just put me off last year. I don't know. I think I did too much of it, but I want to get back into doing that this year.
I'll join you with that if you've got space.
Yeah, there'll be space. There'll be space in. So I think that's from what I've seen of Rangers of Shadow Deep, it bridges this nice gap between wargaming and like tabletop role playing. So I'm hoping that'll be something to do.
Nice.
No Zulus then. Didn't mention Zulus.
Well, no. Okay, so the Zulus will happen when Studio Tomahawk release the Zulu War expansion. I am not painting up a black powder sized Zulu War army. I don't want to do it at a smaller scale. I can't be bothered to learn another rule set to do it. I already have muskets and tomahawks. So when Zulu War is on the plan, I just don't know if the next one is going to be American Civil War or Zulu War. I imagine it's going to be American Civil War. But because I think they may be doing it chronologically. So they did French Indian War, American War of Independence, War of 1812. They've now done, well, I know the Napoleonic period straddles 1812, but you know what I mean. So I imagine the next one with ACW. But I will do them. It's just that I know I'll do them on an individual basis, but I will slowly collect it all up, and then I'll use them for that. That's my plan with those.
There you go.
No, interesting. Jason says, where are those army lists downloadable, Steve?
Go to thisgaminglife.co.uk.
Thisgaminglife.co.uk.
I'll pop a link on the Facebook group later.
Cool. Perfect. And Rogue is very fascinated that Big Steve is painting short people. Interesting. Yeah, true. Yeah, I know there's a lot of discussion going on about doing projects around the Falklands and the what have you wars. I mean, everybody's different, right? So I know for me it's a bit too close to home, but I know for some people it is as well. But hey, we all had, some of us had grandparents and what have you in the Second World War, but we seem quite happy to do that. So it's just one of those things, isn't it? For me, my third project I'm thinking of, I really must kick off with is the Barren Wars stuff. As Ken saw when he came over,
You've got
loads of Barren Wars shit.
You've got kilos upon kilos of metal Barren Wars.
There's tons of it, and I still haven't even read the rules. So I really want to get that underway because it looks so much fun. So I really want to get that going. So Barren Wars is definitely a project for me this year. I'm going to kick it off and get going on it because
I'm glad you're not selling that, to be fair, because I was looking. Well, I just picked a box off the fit side, didn't I? And I was having a look through them. I was like, these are really nice. I was
they are lovely models. No, they're not, because even if I didn't use them for Barren Wars, they'd be useful for any sort of early medieval, but all sorts of things. So no, they're definitely going to get used, but. That's definitely going to happen this year. Definitely. Probably. Anyway, there you go. That's what we're going to be working on this year. I'm sure lots of suggestions coming in and everything. And there's so many things. I know I saw there's that new variant of Clash of Spears, the samurai version coming, which I'm sure will get me interested. There's lots of other stuff. There's so many rule systems. We know that there's plenty of shiny things coming down the line. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of temptation.
Too many shiny things.
Too many, as you say. We're running a bit late, so do you want to have a look at some of the work that people put up on Facebook page? As ever, some fantastic stuff. Really good. But I try to grab some of it, but apologies, it won't be everything because otherwise we'd be here until tomorrow morning probably. So I'm going to show. This was Adrian, who was new to the group. So welcome, Adrian. And he put up some of his
what a landing!
I mean, yeah, exactly. He sort of said, "I'm new to the group." Bosh, and smacks you right between the eyes with this unit, and then the other unit I didn't put up was he showed off. I thought, Jesus.
Go and have a look on the Facebook group. You want to see him?
Go and have a look. Some awesome work he's doing. Anthony Granprego, bits something different. Look at that. That's the sub that you got if you went into the Cruel Seas starter kit, wasn't it?
I like how he's painted. If you look in the conning tower, that's the one from. Oh Christ. That's Bolton, I think it is, isn't it? He's got that symbol. I can't remember what the bloody fish is.
Oh, the flying fish.
Yeah. It's got that symbol.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Lovely model, though. Really,
it is nice.
Saying nothing, but I put that up for Martin. There you go.
He'll be there, and I know you sent me to him as well. He's sitting there, and it will get used. It's just it's. I mean, I might break. Maybe I'll turn it them. Maybe I'll turn it him.
This is Gary's elf.
Oh yeah, hi.
Nice.
Yeah, hi elf. Yeah,
I love the sword. I love the sword.
The sword's fantastic, isn't it? Gaz has come in with these.
Oh, nice, man. Is that Iron Warriors? I want to say that's Iron Warriors.
I think it is.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, that's Iron Warriors.
No idea.
Yeah, that's basically the kit that he's got there, Dom. That's the kit I've got. So
really?
Yeah, so they're like those guys, very similar. Yeah, he's got some upgraded kits, but yeah, they are pretty much those.
Love the dreadnought was pretty funky as well.
This is John's Kickbash, I think, from the Victrix, Vikings, and the Normans. I mean, an awesome model.
Yeah,
really
lovely
good
paint job for the armor. Nice and
Yeah.
shiny there.
That's very
Really
cool.
good. Joshua's been at it again. This is his
Naps.
Italian, one of his Italians. I think he put up a couple of battalions. He put up something else as well, which just like every time it's like, oh my god, really nice.
He's a brave man. He does them in 36s. Fair play.
Yeah, good for him.
Really? Ow!
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Oh, actually, they 48, 6, 12, 20. No, 48. That's even worse. Jesus.
Yeah.
kind of a lie down, Ken.
on your own, mate.
Especially for Ken. This is
Oh yeah.
this is Carl's Vikings.
I want to
Very
say
nice.
they're drinking horns instead.
They look like they should be, don't they?
Yeah, they
Like
do.
The one I got for Christmas.
Yeah.
Really, really good. It's Keith and his
Cool.
Sherman.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice
sweet
bit
job
of
he's
armor
done with
there. Yeah.
Very cool.
that. I have no idea, mate.
Italians.
This is another Italian Wars. This is Ken's newest project, which is doing the Italian Wars of Unification. So the Garibaldi Battalion or something.
I forgot to say, Ken give us all a shout out on his
Yes,
last
he
video.
did. Yes.
He did indeed.
Yeah, and do you know, just watching the sheer amount of figures that he's painting is nothing short of inspirational. He's just
Yeah, and the quality does them
It's
as well.
the quality,
how-
as you
the
say.
quality,
It's just like,
yeah.
oh my god.
yeah.
Not just
Cheers,
the quantity. Yeah, thank you.
cheers
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Man.
Matthew Wright. I mean, look at this thing.
Age of Sigmar.
That is wicked. That
I've
is
no idea
awesome.
what it is again, but absolutely
That is-
amazing.
I love it. I like lava stuff.
It's a very,
been brave
very
enough to
cool
do it.
dwarf.
Yeah.
Bit different here from Owen.
Career war, isn't it?
Ooh, nice.
That's some air support for his troops. It's a really nice model. It's done a brilliant job with that.
Yeah.
I know he's quite good with planes, but I don't know what that is. That's really annoyed me.
If you go and look on the Facebook page, Ken, you'll find out.
Yeah, I need. Honestly, it's not a saver because that's a proc. So no, that's going to annoy me. I'm going to find out what that is.
Well, while you're doing that, we'll look at these lovely buildings
Oh,
from Patrick.
look at
From
Very cool.
that is they're so perfect, aren't they? Brilliant, really nice thing, Patrick. Bit of windy boat game from Paul.
Hey!
Haven't had any windy boat
That's
game for
good.
ages.
Yeah,
A third rate and a frigate from.
and he's done the
Got rigging in there and
rigging.
everything.
Yeah.
Really good job. Paul
ACW.
Mackay, look at these ACWs. This is his rebel force. Really nice. I think he's done every single figure in a different uniform,
Yeah,
which is
I like that.
which
Yeah,
is just brilliant.
He's done on the front ranks. He's done patches and tears on the.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well done. This was Paul Zouaves.
Ooh,
Really
nice.
good.
That
Really
banner's
interesting.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
nice one,
isn't it? Really good.
Nice
New
detail.
York for Zouaves, I think, if I remember rightly.
Yeah,
Stephen showed off
nice
his
eyes.
evil wolf, which I think he's using for silver bayonet, which made
Yeah,
my
space.
wolves look very, very amateur. That is an awesome wolf.
very
Really,
nice
really
base.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to say
Lovely.
that's cork.
I would say that's cool. We'll go to our expert on cork. What do you reckon?
that looks like cork, but it looks like the type that would be used in those things you put hot pans on.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes. Oh, you
It's
see,
just- It's denser. It's more thicker, denser type of cork.
we just
Jesus
need
Christ.
you to be able to tell the different
Jesus
types of.
My
Right.
specialist subject on Mastermind will be
This is Tim's Chasseur Cheval. I mean, that is a beautiful looking figure. Really well done.
that is lovely.
Nice
Really,
detail.
really
It's
nice.
28 as well.
Beautiful
Yeah.
detail. Even got the unit number on the bedroll. Oh my goodness. Tony Phillips. This is the Pink Dragoons. I think.
Yeah.
Is that the Queens? Or I don't know.
No, they're French.
Oh, of course they're French, so they wouldn't be the Queens.
I don't know the number, but they are definitely French.
Yeah, they're definitely French. No. And finally,
Oh, nice half
Warren,
track.
he
Ooh,
put up a couple of. They're 1/72nd. scale.
absolutely.
Are they? I thought that was 28 mil.
No,
If you
That's
look
awesome.
at that, you'd say that was 28 mil, but it's not.
I
It's
thought that was 28 mil
1/72.
straight off the bat.
Awesome model. Really, really good. So that's what I've collected so far. Thanks for everyone who puts them up. If you, as we said, if you join the Facebook page, answer 3 little questions, please, because that stops the spammers getting in. And stick your work up there. And each week we try and show off a few bits and bobs from there, but there's always so much to choose from. So apologies if you didn't get in there. We just try and show a range of stuff.
It's a great place for discussion as well, Dominic, over on the group. So
it's great. I just love seeing what everyone's working on, and of all different levels. Some of the projects are just so diverse, and some of the work is awesome. So get some really good ideas from it. So really, really good. Any road up? I think we've come to the end, folks. In fact, we've overrun. Thank you once again for everyone who's watching. Thanks for all those watching on the replay. Thanks for all your attendance, and welcome back to the Plastic Crack Mayhem.
Who's week's next week?
It's me next week.
It's mine.
So hop over to Martin's channel for next week. Seventh Son.
I'll think of a thing.
Yeah, we have got a very nice new shiny outro as well.
So if you've come around this long and you'd like to watch it,
if you've got to this point, oh my god! So that is number 1 down, fellas. Number 1 out of the way.
50 odd to go.
50 something to go. No, 50. To go.
Yeah,
we'll
49 because we missed 2 weeks, don't we?
Yeah. So thanks very much, everybody. Right. Have a brilliant new year, everybody. I hope all your projects come to fruition, whatever you decide to pick up and drop. I hope you have a really good time, and I hope you all stay safe. And we will see you all soon on Monday nights.
See you later.
See you, everyone. Take care.